Hey guys, it's Talking coming at you with another game of Inscryption. Good news, I clicked around on this a whole bunch of times and then reopened it up. I did that just like 2 seconds ago while we were waiting. But I guess we'll try to do this one too. I have no idea how they work, but we should be able to brute force it before too long, right? Right? Yeah, I just don't know what the rules are. Like, what's actually dealing the damage? I don't know. Because sometimes I'll move, like, one thing and then it'll, like, so that one does two. Okay, one there, and then that one goes. But if I go here, it still does two. One there, and then one gets hit there. So there's three. And then this one doesn't go at all because it gets stuck on that. If you do this, you get two. Yeah, I don't know. But I figure, you know, if you just try to hit it several times, this one won't move at all. Yeah, I think it's like a gecko or a skink, but yeah, I can't. It doesn't look like I can move it. Because at the top and at the bottom, there's like a different way to move, but some of them, it won't let you move them. You know, maybe do I... And sometimes if you move stuff around, it'll let you move it, and sometimes not. Anyway. If we just mess around with... Because you get like an important card or whatever, but, like, that's two, and this is also two. And that's two. Traditionally, you can't counterattack. Only this Thorn's ability counterattacks. So like the gecko. I don't know. This game makes me feel like an idiot. There's just only so many permutations that one can even try, right? And like, haven't I already tried many of them? Like how many more iterations of these tiles are there? Because a couple can't move. This one can't move, right? And this one can't move. So there just shouldn't be that many feasible choices to get wrong. But I guess if something like all the way over here has some dumb interaction I'm not thinking about, there really are rather a lot of them. Because the damage is coming from the bottom side, as near as I can tell. Only sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think if I just play long enough, the game will tell me. Because it told me about these, only I always forgot which ones it said to do. So I just brute forced them, which was easier on these three. Anyway, I really wanted to... You know, this is not my idea of a good time. I should probably just play the game. I was originally gonna, like, mess around with that for, like, 2 minutes before I started, and then it ended up working. Alright, which way do we go? This way? Sure. Oh, these are terrible. Awesome. Yeah, all these are terrible. We'll take this one on the idea that maybe we'll get a whole bunch of ants someday. I don't know. That caged wolf, he hid that for a reason. The card seems useless, but I think there's more to it. So only a few of our cards ever talk, right? And this is one that we also got. I forget where we got it from. This would have been like from the clock or the safe. Kingfisher for the sigils, because if we can get, like, you know, flying and essentially unkillable on something, that could be nice. Alright, so if we get, like, insects, then we can get them back to our hand, and then maybe we can get some, good insects. I don't know. I'm winging it. Now the worker ants are unkillable. A wolf in a cage, but how to break it? And then... So he pops in and doesn't hit the ant. Because of course he doesn't. They fly. I think we're about to lose, maybe? No, we'll be able to do this. Alright, so we have Everilk, Mantawolf, and Packwolf. We're gonna go with Everilk. Obviously, I named all of these cards, because he's free, and he comes back. So this is a 3/7 that we don't have to pay for to drop, and then he comes back to the hand once he's killed in combat, which just broadly is good. Now we're gonna get birds, because maybe we'll get a bunch of birds someday. But we're just gonna keep on with this, because we've already got ants. And that's good enough. Haha, because like, you know, the glory of Everilk, which we just made, I think, last run. It could have been a 7/7, but we didn't get him. Is that, you know, it's a massive card that you don't pay for, so it gives you a pretty dramatic thing, and you know the fact that it comes right back once they manage to kill it. You know, the one of my buddies at work explained it to me was, this game's not fair, so you have to get stuff that's not fair in order to beat it. Alright, and then here we're gonna go to this and hope to throw a bunch of awesome abilities. Yeah. So now we'll throw these onto Everilk. Yeah, the game cheats are expected the same, exactly. And now Everilk will fly and also like go underwater. And now he's a very evasive Everilk. Although that sort of gets in the way of his abilities being good, doesn't it? Because the idea would have been that he tanks, but at least now he can come in over the top. And it's now time for that ore miner. Just thinking about that wolf. Not gonna lie, I kind of like seeing the worker ant in the opening hand now. I'm like, you know, what are they gonna do? Pop the ant? Who cares? Get right back. See, this is my idea of a great deck. And we just need to pop the mule eventually. Hey, clean. And then we'll get a whole bunch more cards. And then, of course, Solomators. Just so many cards. But I don't know if there's max hand size even. I certainly haven't reached it. You can deck yourself, though, but I don't think that's going to happen here. The second phase of this is usually, like, fine. It's more of, like, whether or not you manage to, and then we'll play the cat, so hopefully the Bloodhound will break the nugget. Yeah, that'll give us another spot here, and because the cat won't go away on the summon, we can throw this caged wolf here and see if he'll break it. We can get something out of that. The adder will break the nugget. Easy, boss. Just pop that mule. The mule's already gone, old buddy. You sure? Of course I'm sure. Alright, free the wolf statue from its cage. What was that, he says. Alright, and then we get Everelk here, but first we have to... throw this down, get the workaround, which is the last thing in the whole affair. Oh, we can't, like, we need slots. I guess we can deck ourselves. We're gonna see what the implications of that are here. Oh, never mind. We come in over the top for the win, so we don't see what it's like. Alright, we take the 7/7 for 4 on the idea that we might be able to cheat it out somehow. And also you can turn it into the cards at the end. So like you want to take stuff that's unplayable because maybe you can make it better. We're gonna go this way. We can throw some sigils on something, right? Yeah, we'll throw Corpse Riot, yeah, my man. You know, we'll take him and then probably jam that death card onto, because it'll, yeah. Because sure, that's alright, but now we'll throw him onto this 7/7 because that'll let him get cheated out for free. Nothing like not paying the mana cost of a card. There's people upstairs in my house right now playing Magic the Gathering, and if I told them I could play a 7/7 for nothing, they would say, oh, you should do that. Oh, that's what they'd tell me. Alright, there's a worker ant, so we're gonna one-up them by casting our own worker ant, and then throwing in an Everelk here for, you know, a pretty glorious attack. I think we just come over the top. Yeah, that's the good thing about flying. Other flyers don't block them. They've got to have their thing. We get another death card. Maybe we'll get like Vampiric Grizzly. Come on, show me the money. Well, Mantiwolf's good. Mantiwolf's real nice. It's not like as strong as it could be, but it's real good. Mantiwolf's a 3/2 with Manta Strike. Alright, and here we'll take, yeah, we're just gonna keep on with that, but it's possible we'll find some other tribe of creatures that's more advantageous later, so we'll keep on picking up tribes, and then if we get a couple of good cards that leads to that, that'll be alright. Alright, so we've got... pop him. And then... yeah, it looks like we're stabilized here. The Rattler will pop the Stink Bug. Adder comes in there, but then we'll, hit here and then just feed squirrels there. Adder pops the wolf. Yeah, there we go. I was like, we just need to draw a 0 cost to make this work. And we do. Everelk. Card coming in clutch. It's not fair, but that's the point. 7/7 with triple spell attack. Yeah, yeah. And for free. You know, you could get that. You could. I have a 1-drop 4/6 that goes and gets any other card. And that's pretty nice. Alright, so we can get Poison Touch. I think we take Kingfisher because we can get these sigils thrown onto the 7/7 and, you know, like that, you know, just getting the cheated guy bigger. Because you can take a bad card with good abilities knowing you can get to an altar and then jam them onto a stronger card. Alright, we are going to see the ants want other ants to get stronger, so we'll put the wolves on there, and I think they just splice them together, so it should be like a 6/4. Which is like fine, right? Yeah, it's just not dramatic, but we can, you know, it's fine. I mean, it's 6/4 for 2, don't get me wrong, it's good. But 2 is actually like a pretty big order depending on how things are going. So here what we can do is you drop the squirrel, pass, they come through, pop it, you get your 7/7, but I'm like, alright, yeah, they'll only come across for 1 here. And then we'll come across for 7. Much better. Because we're stabilized here, we'll hit both of those creatures. The ringworm is blocking their mantis there, and then I think we win here just from stabilization. Come across the top for 7. And that's all she wrote. Clean. And that is how nice it is to not pay for a creature. Trap and business been like never being defeated by that challenger. Pelts are cheaper now. Pelts are cheaper now. Pelts are cheaper now. What? The game changes the rules to help me later. What? Outrageous. So here we throw another Kingfisher down, right? And then we get to drop it onto Mantu Wolf? Yeah, yeah, because then he becomes an evasive beat stick for 1. Clean. I think if you've done an altar splice, you can't do another altar splice. So that, you know, prevents us from stacking the 7/7 more. But if you had like a death card 7/7 with one of those on it, then you can alter splice onto one of those. The Angler. Here you play a squirrel so that he takes the squirrel. I think... Oh yeah, coming across the top for 3. Bam, that's the first life. Good old Everelk. And I think we're about to just come across the top right now, right? Because 6 damage is a kill. Yeah. There you go. What are his abilities like? I don't know. It couldn't be me finding out what they are. I don't want to brag too much. It's not like it's always going to be that easy. But, you know, what are his abilities even like? Alright, so... All of these are underwhelming. We can just take Strange Larvae on the fact that it's at least castable, and growing up into a bigger creature is broadly okay. Another death card. The snow line. Alright, so... Oh yeah, here we go. This is my card. I've never gotten to use it yet. This is Grizzly God. You guessed it. It's a 4/6 Grizzly and a 4/6 Grizzly just crammed right together to make an 8/12 Grizzly for a cost of 0 that hits 3 times in front of it. Now this is the card, and I still lost the previous run. I didn't have it in that one. So, the puzzle, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that now. Why not? Because you can step up in the middle, just not like in the middle of each individual round. Alright. Sure. There you go. How did I not try that? Anyway, so now it's a scroll totem head. That is very exciting, right? Because now, with the squirrels on there to be offered, we could get something pretty interesting indeed. Now, we want to go... If we go to the right, we have the highest chance of getting something cool onto Grizzly God or something, but... Yeah. And here, of course, we get to show the majesty of a one-turn kill. Of course, Manta Wolf could have done it on its own, but Overkill does give you currency, so it's not just showing off. For attack power, we could probably get that. Oh no, we can't get that. Yeah, and then we'll give the block to the old Grizzly God. And then he'll at least be able to function for that, in addition to doing 24 damage when he comes down. Turkey Vulture for 3. But now we get to throw the wolf down. And the mole blocks there, so if we just... We can cast the ant here, but in front of the mole so that he continues blocking that one. Oh no, well, you know, that's still alright. Raven for 2, we have 2 life left, and then the wolf will come across the top for 6 to totally stabilize. And, of course, the old Grizzly God will fill up the bowl Totally full. Look at it overflowing. Look at it runnething over. And that's what an unfair card looks like. Everweek is a bad card that comes back forever. I named it that to make fun of him. But you can take the ability and throw it on a card, right? I think. Campfire to buff somebody up. For attack. Well, then we'll do like Manta Wolf here, right? Because making the Grizzly slightly stronger doesn't matter. But making Manta Wolf is... You know, because 4, that's a... Do we try one more? Yes. Alright, now it'll be a 5-2 there. And, Greed is good, actually. Ever be creative foods free? Yeah, but you know, that's the thing. Sometimes, like, because I think in that run, I had 7 7s, but, you know, it didn't give it to me there. But here, we can just come across the top with old Manta Wolf for a 1-turn kill, I'm pretty sure. With a little to grow on. You could do that even if he's a 3-2. But, you know, all of the extra gravy is good, because here we're going to be able to buy a bunch of pelts. We just have, like, a ton of these, so we'll be able to buy all of the cards that he has later for when we get to phase 2. And then here we can, yeah, there we go. Grab Everweek's and give it to the wolf. Of course, those pelts are really gonna mess with our draws, but at least they do have 3 armor. Alright. Just throw me the Grizzly God on turn 1. He digitally removed a mangled hair from the steel teeth, but left the trap unhinged. An exquisite pelt ye shall make. Great draw, is it? Gonna throw all the smokes down. The trap pops the workaround, goes right back into my hand. Because at least with the frog there, frog and the frog. The trap comes up and grabs the ant, but that's okay. Let me come across the top for 2, which at least stabilizes a little bit. Hey, Froggy. Card game, indeed. Alright, so... There we go, there's the wolf. We'll just drop a pelt here. And then we'll be able to throw a squirrel. Sack here, throw the wolf down there, come over the top for 6 and get us to phase 2. Which, with our tons and tons of pelts, it should make it pretty easy, I think. Alright, so we buy all of those, and then we're gonna put more pelts down here to block them. And then I think we just win right here because we have this 6-drop unblocked. And I think we come across the top. Yeah, awesome. Second trapper kill, and now there's just like a very short walk towards the big boss fight. Alright, long elk is poisonous. Yeah, we'll take him. The mystery of the trapper and trader occupied your thoughts as you wandered onwards. A light in the distance caught your eye. Let me think. Alright, so here we hit up the altar because Long Elk's abilities might be good on somebody else. Oh man, I have too many golden pelts. And now it'll be a poisonous worker ant that also shoves things around. And importantly, that one will come back. So we have like so many pelts. Maybe I shouldn't have bought that many pelts. And now, oh no! A rare opportunity arose. The great boons of Leshy's woods were here on offer. Oh, he's a Leshan, of course. Alright, Trial of the Fiend. Trial of Rarity. If you have a ring, you pass automatically. Well, I don't think I have a ring. We have at least a few of these. Nope. Once again. A pelt card. Well, we should be able to get a pelt. I have so many pelts, right? Yeah. They should give me extra cool stuff for it being 3 of the best pelts on a draw. My choice of boons. Start with Grand Fears and Other Spaces. With the Black Goat on the board. Yeah, no, this is the one. We got double card draw. This is what we had last time too, but our deck is stronger this time. With double card draw, maybe we can get it. Oh, can you get 2 boons if you pass both of them? I've never passed both of them. I've only seen that guy one other time. You're back. Yes, I am. Sit. No, I want to stand. Oh, how I relish this moment. Two flames will not suffice this time. He gives himself a 3rd life. Outrageous. And then he holds the candle in his hands. Sounds like it's smart until you do it yourself. Alright. Alright, they've got the Mantis God, but we can drop... Squirrel to throw... Manta Wolf here, pelt. Because of course he'll blank out. We'll take 1 from the Mantis God, but And then we'll hit there, come across the top for 5, dodge there, he'll hit for a couple, that won't matter. We need to draw a card though. Oh yeah, we can draw another card. 2 a turn, it's so good. Alright, yeah, we fly, so we come across the top. There's turn 1. Gively endured the onslaught of rare creatures, but the true challenge was forthcoming. Shadowy figures appeared before you, and their eyes glimmered a recognition of kinship, but colored by guilt. They were betraying you. Alright, so this is Lewis and Gekot. I might have made Gekot. Yeah, because that's a gecko that's also an otter. I might have made that one. Lewis, I don't think was me. But we grab Wolf and Gold Pelt, and then we come across the top to 1 cycle right there, too, right? Yeah. Because a 5/2 flyer. Yep, alright, there we go. The stemmed moon is dramatic, yes, but it provides no value to my board, I wonder. What? It says, now that is value. That's a thing I say. Alright, we've got Rurayuli in the hand anyway, so the moon... So 1 power Mighty Leap hits every card and pulls small creatures like squirrels into its orbit. Well, let's see what happens here. Alright, we hit the moon for 30. And he hits the pelts. And we get Grizzly God, who will do 24 damage when he comes out. But we want to save him because we already have a ton of power out. We'll throw Everelk out because he comes back. I hate not playing Grizzly God. We need to hold him back, though. There's no telling what else this guy could have. Because we'll destroy the moon right here. And then we'll have Grizzly God in the hand. Go on. Alright. Hey! Awesome. We defeated Leshy.
Oh, I think I just beat him. Oh.
Interesting. Yes, on the back of some unfair cards, we did it. Very interesting. Wait, what?
Hey there, card gamers. I'm the Lucky Carter, and this is another pack opening video.
So now
Today,
we've got
I'm
like
Catch Monsters packs and
like found
epic,
footage.
Shiny Transcend Dog.
This is yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am about to open my first pack. Feeling good about this one.
Even
real good.
Even for video games, it's like I don't want to watch stuff like this, but at least I know that it should be leading to story.
Okay, and our first rare is a Birchkin. Not exactly a viable competitive card, but hey, it's a pretty one. All right, next pack. Feeling even better about this one. I gotta say, these cards are feeling
even for art. I just don't want to watch pack opening videos, man.
They're so smooth. Not sure what they're doing down there at the card factory, but these are feeling good in my hands. Okay.
I have to assume there's a payoff here.
Some jank cards. Maybe a few additions to my draft.
It's too realistic, right?
And our rare for this pack is Bandog. Not exactly riveting so far, but we have many packs to go. Next pack, here we come. Just cut out this part. Hey there, card gamers! I'm the Lucky Carter, and this is a vintage pack opening video. Today I'm opening a few super rare old packs I snagged at a garage sale. I've got 4 packs of Inscryption.
Ah.
You would not believe the deal I got on these.
Did
Now,
he get
not all of you
Jumanji'd?
can remember this game. I'm barely old enough to have seen these going around in my childhood. For whatever reason, they only did one set of these cards and then stopped printing them. There's not a huge market for them anymore, but at the rate I got them for, there's not really much to lose. That being said, a foil Mantis God goes for a couple $100, so fingers crossed. Really cool art on these. Definitely stands the test of time. And our rare for this pack is Blue Mage. Cool looking card, but not going to be worth very much. All right. Let's see what we got going on in the second pack. This pack has been opened and resealed. Hope no one snuck the rare out of it. That would suck. Come on, people, honestly. Who opens and reseals a pack? Yeah. There's a set of coordinates on this card.
Ah.
Looks like they were drawn on with a pen. 49 degrees north, 123 degrees west. I think I'd have to check, but I think that's pretty nearby.
Well, if you bought the resealed pack nearby, then why wouldn't it be? Ah, out into the woods.
All right, you guys. I'm out here living my best life. Got my trusty headlamp and shovel.
Why does he have a shovel?
Whew. There we go. Yeah. Okay.
Why would he have a non-collapsible shovel?
Getting close. I think.
Look, I've gone
Assuming
hiking
there is
before.
a thing to get
Do
close
you think
to.
he's gonna like dig up something to those
This
coordinates?
very well may
That's
be a massive waste of.
And then there's a problem.
All right. That's why you always bring an extra battery, boys and girls. Every time. You gotta come prepared. Okay.
Why would you bring a shovel to the woods? It's not like a collapsible
Alright.
shovel. That's like a shovel
This
with
is
a
it.
fixed haft. You wouldn't do that.
And now,
Like
We
you're just
dig.
planning on digging up because you saw coordinates on something. Anyway, boys and girls, you're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to just like dig up a hole in the forest. They don't want you to do that. It's not your forest.
I give a 75% chance it's a rock. But only one way to find out.
I just want to give the pro conservation message here.
Is that?
Oh, he's getting
Oh my God, you
losted.
guys, I can't believe it. There's actually something here.
Also, that is not deep enough to bury something if you want it to not get found. Just as a tip. First of all, so don't bury stuff in woods that don't belong to you. And if you don't... That's just not deep enough to bury a floppy disk, right? It's not.
What?
They hit him with the old floppy disk.
What the fuck?
He's gonna have to,
Guys, are you
exactly.
serious?
Yeah, just no time at all for erosion to come to that.
I'm a little confused.
He's gonna have to go get like a Windows 3.1 or a DOS machine, you know, an old timey computer like the ones I grew up on back in my day. Oh, okay.
$11. Cheaper than a foil steam ball, Willie. Alright, fine.
Oh, he's got a little squirrel. He's got a little squirrel hanging here from the lamp. And a candle that sort of echoes the placement, right? So there's a mask here with the squirrels, and you have little like symbols around here in this shot, which might have been present in the other ones. I just noticed the squirrel, and that made me notice the mask and the candles. So that's pretty interesting.
Wow, great video.
Do we have any more stuff over here? He's got a little card on display. Who doesn't? Why don't I go get my card real quick? No, it's over in the other room. I have a Magic the Gathering Beta Grizzly Bears. That's my card that I have on a bookshelf. I have many more cards than that, but yeah. All right, so 1 week later.
Okay.
He's got a classic background. I love that. My background on my computer is the green tent under the stars. If you know the one that I mean, that's what we've got. All right. He's like, continue? But I thought I wasn't. All right, interesting. This doesn't look like a very appetizing thing here. But you, challenger, are worthy. Please do not be polite. Dig in. I'm like, this doesn't look good. I don't want to eat it. It looks unappetizing. Like that's not a cake. Challenger or champion, I wish to commemorate your victory. Please inscribe your name. Do not despair. You're a winner. Exactly, Luke. I don't want to eat the raw ground beef pile. I don't know. Alright, so we have another vision, which we've unlocked the other thing. So this vision relates to the squirrel statue. But now we freed the caged wolf or whatever. You find them hanging from the door over there. Yeah, so we've got the wolf statue there. You know, it's been broken free of its cage. We'll pull some teeth. And we'll boop those things. Ah! I finally pried my special dagger from the paws of that scroll, though you may wish that you hadn't. Aha! Alright, so there's that. And then you can see that we've won one time. Alright, I guess we play again. Alright, so death card first, because if we get something good. Vampiric Grizzly. Obviously, worst strat is worst strat. Worst strat is even worse than our normal pack rat. That's why we called him worst strat. Comes across for 1. We draw a squirrel sack here and here to pop the cub before it becomes a wolf. Alpha comes in for 1, and then we trade across. And then now that 3 is enough to push us to the 5. All right. We'll go this way up and take some of those cards, I guess. Great White, just because that sigil has the highest chance of being useful if we sacrifice it on something. Old Woodcarver, so now we can get... Okay. Now we're talking. Now we have squirrels that will give us 3 blood when sacrificed, and now the action economy of the squirrel to casting is entirely different. And this might just be the best thing, right? Because now... you only get 3, it doesn't roll over though. You don't get 3 total. You have to spend it. That's alright. Yeah, that, we just gotta get anything in this build and now it totally functions. We can cast anything. We want expensive stuff now, right? Yes, right. Well, Elk Fawn is not exactly expensive, but it could have been. Because now a 3-drop's the same as a 1-drop. Oh, the stink bug looks way different now. It's got like hair and a mask on it. Disconcerting. Everilk, my beloved. Alright, so this is a piggy bank full of bones. This will place a weight on the scale, so can we just, like, cheat a point there with that? Maybe. I never use the items, maybe I should.
I'm
so sick of this boss.
So now that guy's commentary is coming in. Alright, so we get a little closer to the mule. There we go. Ever Oak, just what we needed. And we can throw a smoke here. Pop the Bloodhound, and then, yeah. Clean. Coming across the top for the victory. Try using the knife, you know, I should have done. Hey, there we go. Here's our 7-7. We won't regret it. Alright, so going this way to the altar of abilities is the way to go. Here we get the cockroach because, well, actually no. If we get, like, airborne on, like, Everilk, that'd be better than... Because, okay, so if we... No, we get, like, Vampiric Grizzly, though, yeah. Vampiric Grizzly coming back from the dead is more ideal. Because now he can be Ever Grizzly, right? We throw the cockroach on here. And then now he'll be a card that tutors any card for one, that's a 4/6, and that comes back to the hand when he dies. So, very good indeed. Very good indeed. And then we can always grab Everilk, which, you know, if we ever get Grizzly God, then Vampire Grizzly can go get that. But that's still enough for a 7, even without evasion, as long as there's nothing in the top row. Here, we're gonna go and try to get another nice pull here. And we shall have it. We can just give Poisonous to, like, to old Everilk, and then that'll make him pretty dramatic as a drop. The 3 power will pop anything. Because alternately, we just have going underneath or blocking. I mean, block is fine. Going over the top would be better. But yeah, I think Poisonous on him is fine. We don't have a rip from the hand for free that we would have wanted to put on the 7/7. And there's our turn, you know. If you get the Vampire Grizzly, then you can probably jam it over the top. You know, the only way I would love it more is if it only cost 1. Gekot is a free drop, so we will take it. A 3/3 that you don't pay for is still pretty good. Alright, so Splice, Campfire. Alright, Campfire seems fine. This will be an HP Campfire, so If we just throw it on this, and then we try it twice, it would be like a 1/6 that will be very tanky. And if it didn't work, then you know. There we go. A 1/6 with a little stinky miasma of negative attack is good. Alright, so we can actually get this right now, right? Because the pack rat comes down, and then Gekot will be 3, and that's 5. Being able to drop 5 on turn 1 is not something the game wants you to at the beginning, of course, but you can eventually get to it. 5 bones, 4 blood, 6 health. We'll take the 6 health one. 3 and 6. There you go. Give me something good. And we get a river otter that goes and gets anything. Yes, please. A tutor that goes and gets the other better tutor is what we want. And we will make this pack rat into a 4/4 pack rat, which actually makes it a much more desirable card to play, doesn't it? The Angler. We come in for 7 immediately.
Die already.
And then we got our buckets here. But of course, this Great White can't even beat the Grizzly, and the Grizzly shifts. Wait, that was enough? Are you joking? What? Oh, come on. What? Oh, it's so annoying. And this is just going to be a bad card. I mean, at least we got a 2-drop 7/7. Could be better, though. And then it'll go and get a card. I mean, it's not terrible. Demonic Tutor costs 2, so this is a Demonic Otter because it's underwater. Anyway, it'd be a whole lot better if we didn't act like a moron there. Ah, whatever. Do we see another vision? No, we do not. Did that make it too difficult? No, my expectations are simply too high. The stink bug now looks way different. Alright, so we avoid this at first because we can't be sure we'll get any decent card. Beaver builds beaver dams, and that's actually pretty cool. We can get that to help somebody out. And we will get squirrels that grow bigger over a turn. That's terrible. It's not nearly as good as 3 blood sacrifice, is it? But of course we botched that run. It doesn't matter if we have something good. We can throw it all away anyway. And they become elder squirrels. And we broke his spirit by playing these terrible, terrible cards. We need something better than that there. Alright, a mantis, at least we get something good. We need a better thing than getting bigger for the squirrels. Literally anything would be better. No, it wouldn't. Alright, so all of these are bad too. A flying squirrel is even more useless than one that gets taller. But we might find a good thing for him later. Probably not as good as what we had last run, but hey, we threw that one away. He gives up again for some reason. Maybe because he just doesn't want me to lose twice. Grizzly God! Woo! Alright, so here Grizzly God's already quite strong enough. More power doesn't really help him. We should have probably put the Mantis for one more, because that would have made it to have 6 power, which would have been like a turn 1 kill potentially, which is better than 4. Now the dams will block the river otters for a little bit at least. And we do that knowing that we can come across for the victory just in time. A meddlesome bat. I don't know if we've seen one of those lately, but hey, we get a corpse thing, and that'll be good for overcosted stuff. Do we hold on to it though? Because if we... Maybe this is what we need, right? Like, to get Grizzly God to drop a couple of walls. No, because he's enough of a devastating thing. We'll do it this. Just make this stink bug full tanky. Because all we got to do here is come across here, and then I'll blow up my stuff. But I've got Grizzly God in the hand, so we know that he will get it all the way done when we drop him. And Ouroboros for the sigil on everything. Yeah, because if we can get that on like Grizzly God, then we'll be really talking, right? Ouroboros on him just lets us play that for the whole game. If we get him. That means we do go this way to go to the... Yeah, cockroach. You know, the insects have a pretty high chance of having good sigils on them, right? You can get come back from the dead, you can go back to the hand, and here we turn Grizzly God into hysterically great card. 24 damage for free, and then it comes back to the hand. You know, you just keep on dropping it. Just, you know, maybe we'll mess it up, though. We've messed up builds this strong before, after all. Kingfisher for the sigils, and then here, because we're hoping for a better tie-in for the squirrels, really just for the blood, for the sack, but oh, here we go. Ouroboros squirrels. So is it going to work the way that I think? Yeah, it is. You just, you know, as long as you have something to sack for the squirrel, you can just keep on jamming it and it goes right back to your hand. You can immediately replay it. That's pretty good. Of course, Grizzly God is going to fill up the bowl. Cup runneth over and all that. We probably don't need to worry about anything better than that from there. And we can get rid of him and at least get, you know, some bones. Alright, we'll go this way to get to another altar. Like, that's just... it's pretty sweet. Man, yeah, it's pretty good. That is pretty good. Take another cockroach. So we're going to want to jam that ability onto somebody right here. Then we come in over the top for an absolute million. And then he blocks it, but then we come in over the top again for an absolute million. Look, Grizzly God gets it done, right? You don't gotta be too cute when you've got that in the pocket. And then we'll go to the snow line here. Six health, cannon or bones. Health will be the way to go. Given that... Whoops, well, there we don't get it. Alright, campfire here. It's an attack campfire. We will put the mantis there. Three is better. We should have tried for 3 on the first one, but now that we've got it, you know, I'm loath to give it up. Like, I might lose, huh? Now, here we go. Grizzly God will fix it. All you gotta do is draw the one card in your deck that'll solve your problems. Alright, we need to buy a couple of pelts here. Loath though I am to skip that stuff on the right. probably more than I should have bought, but what are you gonna do? We've already got the thing that we want out of that. So we get the fawn there. I might lose this, huh? Nah, we'll just play these and hopefully we'll, So we have, like, a card in the deck that could help us, right? Yeah, and then we can just play the Kingfisher here, throw another squirrel there. Stabilize there, we still got a pelt. Because with our Immortal Squirrel card, right, we can... Yeah, because we still have enough... Yeah, you know, we might be able to make this work. Totally disgusting. And that'll keep him there, hitting that. Hey! What a long fight. We've got another death card up this left way. We'll make like a really big pelt, because I want to get these things into, you know, we're just gonna make a bloody golden pelt. Like, hey, a 6-drop wall for free. Like, you gotta spend a card draw on it, so it's not ideal, but... We bought way too many pelts, but... At least we can one cycle this. Arrowwolf. I love Arrowwolf. Corpse Dive's pretty good too, but Arrowwolf for a 4-power flyer just seems nice. And here it's going to force us to throw our beloved little corpse bros together. No, we can do it to another pelt. This will actually, you know, help us by getting rid of the event. Hey, gruesome encore. We get an achievement. I guess we experiment on something that's already an experiment. So the golden pelt, that's the way to do it. Now we've got a 9 armor pelt. Alright, so here, a squirrel for Mantis. Because the thing about Mantis is it'll come back. And then we pop that and that, trap goes away. The pronged attack is definitely the way to get things done here. So now he wants to trade, but if we get rid of this one and this one and this one and this one, then Mantis can come across. And immediately get the kill for 6 there. Yes. Perfection. Perfection. The Dows. He's got the bells. He's a belling rat. You will need another map. Alright, so this is definitely the thing to do. Ouroboros Arrowwolf. Alright. Surely this cabin marked the end of our travels. Alright, so now that we've been here once, is anything different about it? Do we see the Leshy in the trees? If you have a ring, airborne, or a rare card, maybe one of our things is rare. The Douse is a rare card. Magnificent. Start with 8 bones, draw twice. When you draw from your deck, you can choose any card to draw. We'll take that. We'll take that over drawing twice. That's real good. And we'll take this pelt thing. Start with the black goat on the board. Start with 8 bones. Yeah, we'll do this, I guess. This is very promising for another victory. But nothing is assured. Of course, Grizzly God just, like, bashes it all down. So we're gonna assume that we're just gonna be able to immediately come in over the top for just, like, really, really glorious destruction. Am I ready? Of course I am.
To beat him again.
I'm delivering commentary while the game is about a guy delivering commentary while he's playing the game. It's layers upon layers, right? And we start with our Grizzly God. Perfection. For an absolute schwammering. And now he's got Turtle Bat and Casey. Which now, you know, we can just draw any card we want, so that's pretty good. Which we already got the only card we need, which is Grizzly God. And it's such a bonkers ability to give. Just, anytime you draw whatever you want. Let me tell you about card games. If you have that ability, you better win. Blow up the moon. And we come in over the top. Beautiful stuff. You look, when they give you your free 8-12 that hits at a three-pronged thing and the ability to go and get it, and then you draw it, it's just good. You had won the respect of the strange captain's inhabitant. Your body quaked as the adrenaline of the battle subsided, leaving you with a 9 hunger. You had not eaten for days. Is it not so? He gives me the disgusting plate again. Ooh, surely this food will please you. I took extra care preparing it. It's so gross. Stand there. If we just stand still this time, what happens? Getting hung up on the door again. Alright. And now the next division is the knife. Oh yeah, we were supposed to use it. We just did so well we never used it. Well, that was fun. We're gonna take a little break. Oh, so sometimes my face looks angry, and sometimes it's more... It's like, you're number one! But alright, we have freed the wolf statue. The skull's still on the wall, you know, there's... Nobody knows what's going on with this thing. But yeah. I finally got out of the cabin, hooray! And then did it again right after. It's always good in a game where you feel like you don't understand it, and then you find a way to make it work a little bit. But anyway, the next time we play, we'll try to use the knife a little bit, and see where that leads us. But I'm going to take a little break now, and then I'll be back later on playing something else, so maybe I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed, and maybe I'll see you in another stream or video. Later, guys.